Ebusuafo ebimo obibia akwa abashonko so e dey about Ghana politics Afenyo so. The best obibia sese afi no ojumade kese we so like, share, subscribe to the channel and send your political trending news we eko ebabiano. Ghana politics Afenyo so aje penny so the brand abeja for and net for. Ebusuafo ani eko political highway ni so no. Nsem bebre ene aso akote. Nsem ni bi ni sense say you know Afenyo Markins oya Amreshebedra Mumoko Kitwa Kumana Kitwano or no Akasa Etia Zenator Rollins. Sisi Zenator and so Anfan and Chanokra. Was sorry I cannot ranch or to be a man no watch and say I am minority leader any to me and say majority leader and some more kind of for intimate kind ranch on my best of some miracle no more modemason and ammonia quakuti and some are a Zenator Rollins a catcher a Afenyo a Markins. That would be us.
Why I'm saying that, go to 37. When you go to 37, you have a detailed breakdown of all the agencies. Why is it that when it gets to the 38, only 2 agencies are introduced, but when you go to the committee's report, the committee rather has all the cost centers? That is what I want him to clarify.
I will give the floor to Honorable Dr. Zenator.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. If the minority leader will kindly look at page 184, the number 38, National Security Council gives the global figure, of which National Security Council headquarters and agencies, which is still that global figure, of which RD is then presented, because RD is always separate, because it finds itself under a different ministry. So that's why it's been put outside where it is. So it's actually presented correctly. If you look at it, it's not a repetition. National Security Council is the umbrella agency under which you have the headquarters and agencies, which still presents that global figure. And that's broken down, of which you have research department. And that's where the 64 million plus comes from.
Mr. Speaker, well explained. My question, therefore, the 64,910, is it part of the 3751733,088?
That's correct. And if you have this version of the budget that's relating to the specific, the estimates, it's also the estimates, the breakdown specific for the sector. On this page here, I can show it to you as well. It actually breaks it down exactly into that, where you have the research department broken into the goods and services, which is the 54,910,351, and the capex, which is the 10 million, and that adds up to the 64.
The respected chair of the committee is right. I have the estimates, yes, that version. But you see, it still doesn't answer the fundamental question in the main budget. Mr. Speaker, it's not politics we're doing. Yes, it's not politics we're doing. It is the issue at stake which must be acknowledged and rectified.
Mr. Speaker, this is a report of a committee chaired by Honorable Kwate. And he has signed, and he says that he is recommending to us to adopt the report. And we are saying that we are okay, we don't want to debate it, we will adopt it for him. And he is insisting that we should debate his report. I'm wondering why you are insisting that we should debate your report when we have agreed with you and want to adopt it for you.
Honorable Majority Leader, honestly speaking, we need to agree
on a lighter note
on how many people are speaking and what time we are giving to them.
3-3. Pardon? 3-3. Please, 3. Mr. Speaker, he's saying 5-5. 5-5. I think 2 have spoken already. The chairman who presented the report, and then Honorable Kabiru. So 2 have spoken. on our side, I think 2 people, the vice chair who supported and Adongo. So now we are left with 3-3. So 3-3, the 3-3, 2-2, and then leaders 1-1. That making the 3-3. Each of us 5 minutes, Mr. Speaker.
If that is the sense of the House.
Mr. Speaker, the majority leader should know that this report is properly before the House. So continue saying that the report is Kweku Kwatin's property. When the committee report is before the House, it is a report of the House now, not the committee. We are not in a committee meeting.
Honorable Habib, what I want the leadership to engage is the number of people who are speaking.
Mr. Speaker, 5-5 and our leaders and the majority and minority leader. 5-5 on each side, and the majority and minority leader will conclude. Then the finance minister can come in and we are done.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, Honorable Kweku Kwatin didn't speak. He only presented a committee report. So we are saying 5-5 on each side, and then leadership.
Honorable members, let's stop this kind of argument and proceed. Yes, you have the floor. Please be brief.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I am amazed that a budget or an appropriation that seeks to provide jobs and all the beautiful, fanciful things, they are preventing the good people of this nation to listen to what it is. I am amazed, Mr. Speaker, but I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised because a lean government that is supposed to have 60 ministers is requesting for 540 million Ghana cedis as compensation. 540 million Ghana cedis as compensation at the Office of Government Machinery. This is supposed to be a lean government, Mr. Speaker. Just opposing that to the fact that we still have nurses that were assured to be paid but have worked for 7 months, 11 months, but only 1 month were paid. Mr. Speaker, this appropriation is seeking to create jobs. Surprisingly, Mr. Speaker, when you come to tourism, and I begin with tourism because this month was supposed to be 30 December. We all saw those who are supposed to manage the Black Stars, how they are managing 30 December, to the fact that we are losing a lot of revenue to our Nigerian counterpart. But Mr. Speaker, tourism development of tourism is giving only 250,000. 250,000. Yet 500 million Ghana cedis for Office of Government Machinery compensation. Mr. Speaker, if you move that, we have a lot of tourist attractions. And yesterday, our senior colleague presented that of Takrade. And then before that, the Deputy Finance Minister had talked about how Akuffo can be a tourism hub. Mr. Speaker, tourism facility monitoring. This has only 300,000. Mr. Speaker, only 300,000 is being appropriated for tourism facility management. Meanwhile, it is there. I'm speaking to it, Mr. Speaker. The minister is asking for item 01603 and tourism facility monitoring. Sorry, item 01604. It is talking about 300,000, Mr. Speaker. And I was shocked that we have a lot of tourism, and this year, if we have not even issued statement or talked about the potential of tourism, yet we are only appropriating 300,000 to monitor this facility. How are we going to improve these things? So, Mr. Minister, I think that this appropriation, in terms of job creation, Mr. Speaker, we talked about the fact that we want to create jobs. And in agribusiness, Mr. Speaker, agriculture, we all pay lip service to that is the basis for this economy. Yet, agribusiness development, the minister is seeking to appropriate only 400,000. No capers. They are only goods and services. So I am saying that the request for agribusiness development is only 400,000. Yet I will still base my argument. So, Mr. Speaker, These are issues that has to be looked at in terms of how much the minister wants to spend. My argument is that if we are creating an impression that we want to create jobs, then the request for expenditure should reflect the intention of the budget. However, the money that the minister is seeking in terms of job creation, job employment, is something that does not tell me that indeed, Mr. Minister, skills development. While we talked about a lot of skills development, we talked about apprenticeship creating and all that. This government came on the back of job creation. This government came on the back of 24-hour economy. And to even develop that, we need the skills. Under the Ministry of Job Creation and Labor, I was amazed again that 437,000 is being appropriated or is being requested for skills development. And this is surprising. And Mr. Speaker, you would realize that I keep hammering on jobs because a lot of the young people, and for us, if you look at this chamber, more than 60% of the members of parliament here are young people. And I believe that one of the things that we ought to advocate for our people in terms of government expenditure, in terms of improving is job creation. But Mr. Speaker, you can't find this. You rather find areas that are not directly creating jobs. Mr. Speaker, the minister yesterday mentioned that in the Big Push project, they are ring-fencing this year, the 13 billion is going to be ring-fenced. Well, maybe we need some more clarification. I have gone through the appropriation, and I have not seen anywhere that the 13 billion has been added to the appropriation so that it will allow us to spend. Mr. Speaker, we only have the allocation for 2026, which is the 30 billion. Yet the 13 billion that the minister indicated that it is going to be ring-fenced for the Big Push project that we've been talking about, and we are all expecting to accelerate development and open up our major cities. We cannot find it in the appropriation. So my question is, how are we going to have that money available to spend? So, Mr. Speaker, there are very fundamental issues that is in question with this appropriation bill. Earlier speaker has made mention of a lot of them. Mr. Speaker, what I need to indicate is that having come through this appropriation bill, I do not see any prospect in terms of the expenditure that is going to give us jobs. And so I would urge that maybe next year the minister should come again in the media to demonstrate that the expenditure is going to give us jobs. Because I do not see this year, Mr. Speaker, we requested for 200 billion for expenditure, which included the Youth in Agriculture program. We are going to Christmas. And Mr. Speaker, when I went home, fowls cost has risen astronomically. Why? Because the Nkukon Kitenkiti project that we indicated that we will spend and bring it this year, so that the cost of chicken and fowl will come down. There will be about 1 million broilers and broilers in the system that will help us. We didn't find it. I would only urge that just as this year we could not spend in creating these jobs, at least we are targeting Easter. I will request that for the Nkukon Kitenkiti project, the minister, in requesting for this amount, should make available funds early enough so that we can start the product of poultry to target the Easter market. Mr. Speaker, I will conclude. I will conclude by urging that this appropriation, for me, does not give hope to the young people of this country. It does not indicate expenditure of spending, and therefore I request that the minister should take a real look at it so that we can expand in areas that will get jobs. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I so conclude.
Yes, Honorable Richard Achampong.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much for the opportunity. But Mr. Speaker, I want you to guide the House. We are doing appropriation. And appropriation is a summation of all the estimate you've done. I refer members to page 161 of the budget. Below the items, you see appropriation, an amount of 357,105,639,080 Ghana cedis. Nothing has changed. You've given approval to all the estimates. You've debated the principles. So we are rehearsing ourselves, repeating ourselves. What are we doing here again? So, Mr. Speaker, the issue is, unless maybe the numbers have changed, or there be some realignment, then we'll bring those issues to the attention of the finance minister to correct it. And all the members who have spoken, they attended the committee meeting. They did not raise all those issues, apart from Kabiru, who did not attend the meeting. And he's crying than any other person here.
Honorable Richard Achampong.
So, Mr. Speaker,
if you have nothing to say apart from asking the Speaker to guide the House, kindly resume your seat.
No, I'm debating, but I want you to guide us. So, Mr. Speaker, I'm supporting the approval of the appropriation. But the point is, we've already done all these things. So, an amount of 357 billion, 105 million, 639,000 and 80 Ghana will be approved for the operations of the government for 2026. That's all. And if you want to get to know the details, I have referred members to page 161 and page 185. The details are here. Why are we wasting time? Why are we wasting time? Precious time. Our health is very important. So, Mr. Speaker, already we've given approval to all the estimates. There's no variation. We are not correcting any numbers. So with this, Mr. Speaker, I call on every member to support the approval of this appropriation so that the states can get money to pay all of us come 2026. I thank you very much for the opportunity.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr.
You
Speaker.
have the floor.
I'm surprised the majority leader tried to prevent members to comment on this report. This report is being presented to the House for a total consideration, but majority leader wasn't interested. Mr. Speaker.
Honorable member, I will say if you also have nothing to say,
Mr. Speaker, I do have something to say.
Preventing, also resume your seats.
Mr. Speaker, I have something to say. Considering the report, we have a compensation of 90 billion, which a colleague on the other side tried to explain that has to do with salaries, wages, and that we shouldn't say anything against it. But when we consider the goods and services, we have 13 billion. So the government is interested in paying people, but yet the monies for the goods and services for work, we have 13 billion, which is not enough. Mr. Speaker, apart from that, with the committee's meeting, we realized that releases was the biggest challenge. All the ministers sitting here, they know when they met with the committee, they complained. But when they came to the House, now they are saying we shouldn't comment. We are only going to speak on your behalf because you have your wish list here. And you are not getting the monies. Mr. Speaker, it's not about the beginning of everything, it is about how it will end. Now you have so much for the appropriation. But let's ask ourselves, how much releases were made? Mr. Speaker, observations were made that some agencies received 19% of their allocation. 19% of their allocations. And we have colleagues on the other side who witnessed the same thing. So this is the time we have to advise the minister that the allocations made, we might not have problem with it, but yet for the agencies to be able to work, the money should be released.
Nyankopon show bibi oje brehwe dwumedi between pempe so. Yero bibi ase hanu me Ghana politics Afenyo so. Uzo awre dwumedi no. like, share, subscribe to the channel, and tell me about political trending news. We are all going to be on. Yes, we have to pay the better for any Akuffo. Now, Akuffo should be your jibber, a shade from the bedroom paper. So, and can be a fashion comment section on the ending get on the and church on the Akroma. It will be a Makram.